Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony. I am joined today by my co-host, Mr. Awesome, and a very special guest. Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. Today we are here for our Extreme Rules Premium Live Event Prediction Show. Before we get into that, I want to do this as well. And I'll introduce people. Well, a person. It pops up there. I will say that this episode will also be in memory of Sarah Lee, Sarah Weston, if you will. Tragically passed away apparently yesterday. No cause given right now, but she leaves behind her husband that we knew, of course, in WWE as well, and 3 kids. So just wanted to put that little tidbit out there. 30 years old, too young to be taken away from us.
I've never felt old.
What's that?
I never felt so old.
Right? Former Tough Enough winner. It was definitely shocking to see that news last night. So, joined, of course, by John here. John, that was an interesting thing to find out about last night. There's so many different things, though, going on in wrestling this week alone. Not just that, yesterday and throughout the week. We can dive into anything later, but we'll go into WWE and Extreme Rules here first.
You did miss one more thing. I get that we're dedicating it to Sarah Lee, but what about Antoine Tanoki?
Yeah, Antonio Inoki. Yeah, that's true too. Didn't bring that one up, but a week ago, Antonio Inoki did pass away as well. So, 2 people from the wrestling world that we lost within the last week.
Hopefully not many more.
And I say things come in threes, so
just trying to figure out who would be the third in that situation.
Right. All right. So I think we'll jump in right into our Extreme Rules predictions, and then we'll go from there with other news from wrestling. First match. These are in no particular order because I have no idea what's starting the show or what's ending the show. I've read rumors of what ways some of this can go, but we might be joined by BustaBoy at some point. I haven't heard nothing back from him, so I'm just saying it's a possibility. So if yes, he does. If not, then he does.
We know how that goes.
Yep. And if anybody jumps into the comments section at any point in time, I'll see the comments and leave your predictions as well. First match we got here, pretty personal feud that we've had between these two guys, leading up to not just a regular match. Well, none of these are regular single matches or 6-man tags or any of that, for that matter. As shock, surprise, wow, Triple H in charge. He actually makes Extreme Rules a premium live event where every match has a stipulation.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, Eddie?
How you doing, man?
Into the show.
Man, no problem.
So Tony, this is Eddie from work.
Hi Eddie, good to meet you.
Hey, how you guys doing? I've been watching you guys on YouTube. I love your show, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Always happy to have more people in to join us for these prediction shows. So.
Oh, most definitely. I've been watching WWE since the Hulkamania era.
That sounds familiar. All right. We'll jump in here. The first match we got that we're talking about is the Fight Pit match. Something that's happened twice in NXT. Something that we haven't seen on the main roster yet, but we will be seeing for the first time tomorrow night when Extreme Rules is on. 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the show starts. You got Seth freaking Rollins one-on-one with Matt Riddle. But you also got Daniel Cormier, the UFC Hall of Famer, in there as a special guest referee.
I mean, I feel like if they were going to bring Brock Lesnar back, it would be at the end of this match. I think Riddle gets the win here because, I mean, he's due to get a win against Seth freaking Rollins. But I feel like the match itself won't matter in the long run because it's going to be what happens after that match that matters.
I mean, that's an interesting point to bring up, but Daniel Cormier claims that he's not there for a Brock Lesnar match, but we know how things like that.
How that works.
You're right. Eddie, what's your take on this match? We keep going in and out there.
Hey, Eddie. What's your take on the match?
Well, perhaps he's lost. All right, well, he's having some technical issues, it looks like. So, technical difficulties. What else is new on this channel and here at times?
Right.
I have to agree with you. I think Matt Riddle picks up the win here. I can't see. I believe he lost the only Fight Pit match he was in NXT. I want to say Timothy Thatcher, I believe, was who his opponent was.
Which was a really good match.
Right. But I just, like you said, Seth has beaten Riddle every match they've had so far. So Matt needs to get a win here. Man, it's kind of surprising to say Seth Rollins has been beating somebody. I mean, after the year he's had and losing the 3 matches to Cody, and he didn't lose to Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. He beat Roman by DQ. Still got choked out afterwards, as Matt Riddle mentioned this past Monday night. But
I mean, I will say, Riddle's had some amazing comebacks for Seth.
he has.
Great mic skills.
They have, yes, they have both given it to each other throughout this rivalry, making things pretty personal, mentioning Riddle's family and bringing up Becky and their kid. So Matt didn't just roll over and play dead, so as to speak, when Seth brought up his family, or former family, if you will.
Right.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We're used to technical difficulties around here.
No, it's all right, man. It's all good.
What's your take on this Fight Pit match between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, Eddie?
My opinion, it's going to be they're both hard workers, as with Seth and Riddle, or Matt Riddle, whatever they call him now. I have to give an edge to Riddle because he's experienced in that type of field, but you can't go against Seth Rollins.
Fair enough. Said he's been on quite the roll ever since this feud, this rivalry, if you will, has begun. So I can see why you wouldn't go against him. The question is, will Daniel Cormier play much of a factor in the ending of this match? And like John said, could potentially we see the Brock Lesnar return after the match to confront Daniel Cormier as well?
Oh, isn't Crown Jewels coming up pretty soon?
Yeah, Crown Jewels at the beginning of November.
Okay, so it's going to be Cormier versus Brock Lesnar.
Possibly.
Yep.
I mean, Cormier claims that he's not coming to WWE for a match with Brock Lesnar, but
Hey, if we get Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, which is the stupidest thing.
oh, I think we lost a mid-sentence there again. Everybody has their opinion on that match between
Right.
Logan and Roman, so
It's a publicity stunt.
I mean, hell, WWE has to fill out their roster for Crown Jewels anyway.
So when's MGK making his debut? He's already been in a video game.
I know. I'm still waiting for the White Rabbit.
hey, the White Rabbit could be Bad Bunny.
Oh God, no. Hell, you don't know. Maybe it could be somebody from NXT that we don't know about yet.
I mean, there is rumored to be a call-up that potentially could happen tonight on SmackDown. So
yeah, I've been hearing about it's going to be I can never say. I call them the Fago bunch. Seska,
Legado,
Escobar, and them guys.
yeah, Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, I call him Phantasma, the soda drink.
I call him the dream ruiner of Rockstar Sparks.
And by the way, excuse my cough, and I've been having sinus trouble for like 3 days, and I apologize if I'm coughing while I'm talking to you guys.
That's fine. Either way, I feel like with this match, this Fight Pit match is going to be the conclusion of this rivalry. It looks like Seth already has his next rivalry in line, though, as we see that this upcoming Monday night on Raw, and the season premiere of Raw, Seth freaking Rollins will get another United States Championship match against the almighty Bobby Lashley. I may be wrong, but I have quite the feeling that we might see a new U.S. champion crowned on Monday night.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be the end of the rivalry. You see, Rollins will get the title and then defend the title against Riddle and Saudi.
You think so? I think he gets a rematch against Lashley at Saudi.
I mean, I think Lashley's a good champion, but, Rollins needs something around his waist.
It's been over 3 years since Seth Rollins has had a title. So, surprised. I seen that fact the other day. I was like, holy shit, are you kidding me? It's been that long?
He could always wear Becky's belts.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know, right?
She's big. She's big time. He's small time right now.
There's rumors that she could pop up at Extreme Rules tomorrow night too, but we'll see. All right, let's move on, shall we? I'm gonna do this. Remove from there for a moment.
There you go. I'm sorry, but there's something going on. Every time I move one spot, it doesn't stay.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right. So, before we dive fully into this match, I got to get you guys' take on the match that's happening tonight involving two of these guys. You got, of course, Sheamus going for the one title that's eluded him in his WWE career yet again, going for it. As Sheamus goes one-on-one with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship tonight on the season premiere of SmackDown.
He won't get it. It's going to be a great match. He's going to come up short because they're going to reschedule the match. It's going to be on the Saudi show, and that's when he'll get his title.
Yeah, I do agree myself. I think Gunther, Walter, whatever they call him now. I think Gunther right now, the challengers he's having before he faced Sheamus, I think he's not going to win, but Sheamus is going to win the Intercontinental title, to complete his, Grand Slam and all that. Sheamus been around so long. I mean, look what he did with John Cena when he debuted and beat John Cena in his first year. I mean,
right?
He's a great guy. I mean, And my God, the Brawling Brutes they're supposed to be a heel faction, and they've been treated like they're faces. And right now, SmackDown needs that because with Roman not defending the title and he's out there all the time, I feel like we need Sheamus to not be a heel anymore because I mean, God, the guy's a great wrestler. Just they need under the Triple H era, you need to have somebody like Sheamus behind you because right now SmackDown is lacking a face. I love Drew McIntyre, but you can't just have Drew take all the load.
True. I'd agree with that. And I feel like ever since just before Clash at the Castle is when they started pretty much having the Brawling Brutes more as a face faction instead of the heel faction.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they knew going in Sheamus was going to be cheered, so they kind of, in a way, I guess, had their hand pushed on that one, or however, whatever you want to put it. But I guess I'd agree. I could see them kind of going for the shock factor of having Sheamus win it tonight, just so they can have something shocking happen on the season premiere. But again, I kind of agree with you guys. I think Gunther retains it here. Sheamus will get it down the line. Leading up to this match tomorrow night on Extreme Rules, though, we got the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a semi-rematch, except for this time it's not just a six-man tag. It's a six-man tag team, good old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
I don't mean to ask, did this not just get added?
It got added a week ago.
Yeah, I haven't been watching wrestling that much.
Last Saturday or Sunday, something like that, they added it. So we know from seeing this match on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and from seeing the way Sheamus and Gunther are one-on-one anyway, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Plenty of weapons will be involved, shillelaghs, chairs, whatever else they can get their hands on. I'm going to start off here. I feel like Gunther, yes, will probably retain the Intercontinental title tonight, but I think the Brawling Brutes are going to get a little payback and win this Donnybrook tomorrow night.
Well, I may or may not have heard a rumor.
Rumor has it?
I don't know who's going to win this six-man tag match, but from what I heard, there's going to be a big showing of Butch versus Gunther in that six-man tag match, bringing back their history and from NXT UK.
Yeah, they still need to change that name back to Pete Dunne, too, by the way.
Can we just go back to Pete Dunne and Walter? I'm not
I
even
should
try
have
and
changed it
pronounce
back
the
to
other
Walter
two
because he kept as
Imperium.
Gunther.
Let's just get out of the Vince McMahon era.
Yes.
Right? I mean, at least they're. It seems like they're changing from Max Dupree back to LA Knight. So,
Oh, thank
there's
you,
one
Jesus.
I know, right? LA Knight's so much better of a character than Max Dupree.
Oh, yeah.
So, you said you don't know who's winning. Who do you got, though? Who do you think's going to win this six-man Donnybrook?
Oh, I think Sheamus is going to pin one of the two loser jabronis behind Walter.
Giovanni
I don't
Vinci
know
or
their new
Ludwig
names.
Kaiser?
Either
Giovanni
Kaiser
Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser.
I'm going to go with Fabian Eichner, that one. So Vinci.
Oh, Giovanni Vinci. Okay.
Yes. I think he's going to get the pinfall from Sheamus. And even though Sheamus doesn't pin Walter in the six-man tag, they're going to use it as him winning the match to get that rematch at Saudi.
I can see that. What you got, Eddie?
I got to agree with Johnny, not because I work with him. I agree with him. I think Giovanni. I call him Giovanni Gucci because that's what I thought it was. My bad, guys. That's who I am. Yeah, I agree that it's not going to be Walter because you don't want you want him to look clean before Saudi, and then when Sheamus takes the title, At Saudi, I think it could be a big pop for Sheamus and to complete what he has, and then just get rid of Butch and call him Pete Dunne because I'm so tired of hearing that name. I'm like, I think Triple H likes Sheamus, and the way Triple H is changing everything right now, I think it's going to be like this year's Survivor Series is going to have the War Games.
Yep.
And I feel like if he's doing that, what more does he have down the pipe? And what I think the Brawling Brutes are going to win, and Giovanni's going to take the loss.
John, speaking of Survivor Series and War Games, you asked me before when I first posted about it on Facebook if it was you or somebody did, if it was going to be a 5-on-5 inside War Games.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first War Games they had in NXT was 3 teams of 3.
Right.
They could do that here again as well. I mean, you got the Brawling Brutes, you got Imperium, you could throw in Legato because Legato is supposed to be called up to SmackDown.
Oh.
I'm just saying, Legato could get involved in this rivalry. That could be how they debut him.
What about a 4-team? I would say maybe the Bloodline.
Yeah, you could do that too.
I think they need a team from Raw. Have the Judgment Day in there, then we're good.
No. Or maybe like I was thinking about that. The Judgment Day against whoever team AJ Styles brings up. With it's going to be Edge and Mysterio.
Yeah.
But who's going to be the next two? I mean, War Games was always special, and I watched it back in '96 when I watched it when the NWO won against WCW. That was the best one. I'm like, good. Hogan's not a loser. But I would love to see the War Games actually be like they did in Fall Brawl, but I don't like the new way they have the cage. I wish they did the top like they did back in WCW.
Yeah, I seen reports that Triple H doesn't want to do a top on it though because he already have Hell in a Cell with the top.
Yeah, but we could get rid of Hell in a Cell. I know it has so much history, but look at the War Games. The War Games have more history because it was made for the Horsemen by the Horsemen.
True. He says it limits some of the moves they can do too. But
where is anybody knows where is Survivor Series this year?
Oh shit!
I
can't think of it off the top of my head now.
Is it in Philadelphia? No. That's this Sunday,
not
right?
Philly. Yeah.
Isn't it in Missouri?
I'll tell you in a sec.
I'm not giving hard questions. I just want to know because I don't even know where it is.
It is. Survivor Series War Games. Boston. TD Garden.
Oh, your favorite place, Eddie.
Yeah, they're like, if it was a Yankee fan running that show, every Boston person would be in it. If you look at the history of War Games, they were always in the Carolinas. But if I know Boston, they like seeing blood. I mean, hell, I'm a Yankee fan. I know what they like. But I would love to see. I would love to see the War Games because Triple H is all about tradition. He's not doing that WCW stuff. He's not doing that. But we got to make the War Games not like it was in NXT. We got to make the War Games like it's Fall Brawl. Like it was in Fall Brawl. How much is it before the Ultimate Warrior owned it?
Right.
That's my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, I am more than welcome to hear it. Because what is your opinion about War Games? Do you like it the way it was in WCW, or did you like it the way that it was in NXT?
I just prefer personally myself the 5-on-5 and start with 2 and every couple minutes you have one person from each team enter.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. That's like the best way to do it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you guys.
And it'll be interesting to see how they get to there. I mean, we talk a little bit about the guys here. We'll get into that's not just a guys War Games match at Survivor Series. They've got 2 War Games matches, which brings me a little bit into the next match, but not so much. We'll get into that a little bit more later. The next match is a women's match, but it's not that match. Not the one you're thinking.
Oh, thank you.
No. This one we're going to talk about.
You got to do this to me?
Johnny, it's your favorite. What are you doing?
Well,
we got the SmackDown Women's title on the line.
It's 2 different things. I would love to see Liv Morgan retain the title, because such a great connection. But it's the baddest in the world. It's Extreme Rules stipulation match. There's nowhere for Liv to hide. I think she'll throw a great fight there, but Ronda's got this. And I can tell you my wife's probably down the hall laughing at me right now because I'm going against Liv Morgan.
Well, yeah, because Liv's your girl. But
exactly.
What do you got, Eddie?
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I know, right?
Wow. And I'm your boy. I wasn't expecting you to go against Liv Morgan. Holy crap. Yeah. The reason why Liv got to the Extreme Rules so she could hit Ronda Rousey and then Ronda Rousey could knock her out. I mean, you gotta go. You gotta go with the baddest woman on the planet.
Yeah, I'd agree. Whether or not Ronda does it alone, or we've seen it over the last couple of weeks on SmackDown, she's got an old friend there on SmackDown as well that she's been talking into to try and make her into a killer again.
Oh, so, not the SB.
Yes, the SB. Shayna Baszler could get involved. I mean, there is another woman on the SmackDown roster who could return and try to help Liv, too. You never know. But
does that include a W with a bunch of O's?
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh.
Woo.
And there's rumors that she's returning sooner than later, too. So
we'll see. Is she bringing her husband?
Well, not right now. He's still employed by AEW just because he was sent home.
Yeah.
He's trying to get out of that, though.
I know.
But, we've all got Ronda winning back the SmackDown Women's title, it sounds like there. So
I'm not going to watch this match. I'm going to have it play. I'm not coming back out to the living room until it's done.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't want to see Liv get beat up.
Hey, the way Ronda looks for a couple of weeks, I thought she was going to rip Liv's arm out of her socket.
Yeah.
Ronda supposedly has a submission move that she hasn't revealed yet that she's planning on using at Extreme Rules too, I've heard. So.
Oh, God.
She uses the armbar, she uses the ankle lock. So there's supposedly another trick up her sleeve.
I swear, it's a triangle. I'm not going to be happy because it's so predictable.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Up next, you mentioned him a little bit earlier, Eddie. We got Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with Karrion Kross with Scarlett in his corner in a strap match. Quite the interesting thing happened on SmackDown last week. Scarlett was supposed to throw a fireball in the face of Drew McIntyre, and it kind of whiffed on that. Luckily, those two were able to pick things up from there and still make it look like what they did was planned, where we know now it wasn't. But going into this match, I'm also a big Drew McIntyre fan. I've got a couple shirts of Drew's. I want to say Drew's going to win this, but I feel like they need to give the win to Karrion Kross more. So I'm going with Karrion Kross in this match.
Yeah, I gotta go with Karrion Cross because he has to get rid of that Trojan um, character off his back. You know, he's a good wrestler. I've seen him wrestle in NXT. His matches with Keith Lee, they're okay, but yeah, you
Right.
got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. I mean, to repackage him back to his old character, I think this would be a perfect time. But I feel like there's going to be a little extra incentive that he's going to be helped by somebody that is returning back to WWE.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, don't say
Yeah,
that because I have that prediction for a different match still to come
yeah.
Oh,
with a great
do you now?
storyline.
Hey, he can make 2 appearances.
But it won't be as if this match is before the other match, it won't be as good of a surprise.
That is true. That is true.
So the way I did do these, the rumor was that one of the next 2 matches or the first match we talked about could be main eventing the show. So just putting that out there. This match isn't rumored to main event in any way, shape, or form from last I see. Which
Let's
is
be
surprising. Because at first I
realistic.
thought it
It's
would.
going to be the ladder match that main events.
It would make sense to me because it's the first ever women's singles ladder match for a title. So
I got Karrion winning this, and just because they don't want to do the same thing they did the first time he got called up from NXT, and didn't get that big win. They're like, who's this guy? It's the same, it's just some loser from NXT. But no, he's got to get that huge win to start off, just to put him that people actually see what he can do. So Karrion, as much as Drew could easily kick the living crap out of Karrion Cross, Karrion's getting the win.
and I feel like personally, I don't think Karrion Cross is going to win fairly, which might be hard to say in a strap match. But Scarlett is out there. If the White Rabbit doesn't debut here or return, whatever you want to call it, I could easily see Scarlett getting involved and helping him win too. So, but either way, Karrion Cross has to come out the victor in this, in my opinion, because like you said, what happened with the first time around, we want to erase that. You want to have Karrion Cross be a killer. You want to push him towards perhaps a main event level. Then he needs to win this match or return.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew has been wrestling with some injuries, so this might be a good place if he needs some time off to give him a little bit of time off too.
Oh, you mean his 3 months off and then come back at the Rumble?
I don't know about that much time off, but hey, you never know. We already know one person who's hoping to be back in time for the Royal Rumble.
That would be Cody Rhodes.
Yep, the man who many people would say probably will win the match. So this one ought to be interesting to hear your comments on. The Raw Women's Championship, the ladder match. Bayley versus Bianca Belair. These two have had a history before, and Bianca got the better of Bayley inside Hell in a Cell last year, or 2 years ago. How are things going to play out here, though? I mean, Bayley's had the upper hand going into this match, it seems like.
Well, it's funny you should ask. So, they're going to be building this match as the main event all night. But you see, Bianca's backup, even though they were injured, they're still going to be there because it's Bianca's backup. But something's going to be off with Alexa all night long. She's not going to be herself. The match is going to start. It's going to be a great match until not Bayley, but one of her 2 henchwomen, probably Dakota Kai, ties the hair of Bianca Belair to either the bottom rope or one of the turnbuckles. Bayley climbs. Bianca blames everything on her supposed 2 friends. And all of a sudden, the music hits. The lights go out. And the Fiend appears behind Alexa Bliss. And we go right where it ended.
You think so, huh?
Yes.
It could be interesting.
Okay,
Close with that, so everyone's talking about it.
he got me at that other part. It's just in the Fiend. Yes, I do see him, or White Rabbit, or whatever he's gonna call himself when he comes back. I see it. I see it a little different. Becky's supposed to be back pretty soon. From her injury, I see her coming back. It's a beat down of Bianca, you know, Asuka and Bailey, and she basically comes and saves the day, and they all walk out, and then they set up a match for Saudi Arabia, and then that doesn't work out, and then they set up a match between them and another returning person for the Survivor Series War Games, and they had somebody over on the other side, and they had that as one of two of War Game matches for the Survivor Series.
So I'm going to stay with this first. I could easily see either one of these two winning this match, but I feel like Bailey's going to pick up the win here. I have to agree with that. I think something underhand is going to go down. I don't know that Bray Wyatt or The Fiend will get involved, but I do feel like Alexa Bliss is more than likely going to turn on Bianca, whether it's here at Extreme Rules or afterwards. Because I do feel like we're going to end up with Damage Control, Alexa Bliss, and one other person, maybe, if they do 5-on-5, inside War Games, that's Survivor Series War Games, against Bianca Belair, the returning Becky Lynch if she's back in time, like it sounds like, Asuka, and then maybe two former women's tag team champions.
Oh, you can't be talking about those two.
Of course, those two.
Can I give you who I think it might be a surprise if it is a 5-on-5?
Who's that?
What about Trish?
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Because they had that big thing in Toronto where she was arguing with Bailey and stuff, and Trish said she's back. What happened if Trish was a part of that Survivor Series War Games with her being on Becky and Bianca's team?
That could definitely be interesting to see. Wouldn't complain about that, that's for sure.
Yeah, and bring a friend named Lita.
Yeah, could do that. I mean, we did see Lita earlier this year wrestling, so.
Yes, we did.
Never know. It'd be interesting to see. There's a lot of question marks as to how we're going to get into that War Games match for the women, but I feel like it's got to be from the Raw side as of right now, because it doesn't seem like on SmackDown side you have really two factions or close to factions that could be in War Games. So, as we move along, that leaves us with a match that. So this one, I've read either could main event or it could go first. So, whichever way, we'll see what happens.
It's going.
You got the Rated R Superstar Edge, possibly, going up against Finn Balor of the Judgment Day in an I Quit match. What do you guys got for this one?
I don't want to say this. They need momentum right now. I got to go with Balor because Dominic might get involved, and Ray don't want to be involved with his son's new Eddie Guerrero character. You got to go with Balor, and who knows what AJ Styles is going to do.
Right.
So, Eddie, I agree with you. Balor's going to win. But you're missing one piece of the puzzle here. You know Beth Phoenix is going to be there with Edge.
Almost
and Rhea Ripley is going to go after Beth. They're going to have Beth in some kind of chair hold or whatever, and it's going to get Edge to say, I quit, and there's your match.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. I agree with you.
What you got, Tony?
I got to disagree. But that's not unusual here. I feel like, yes, Beth Phoenix gets involved and with Rhea, and then you're going to see Ray and Edge somehow get, or Ray and AJ, rather, excuse me, get involved as well. I'm not sure how exactly. I mean, I could see it playing out your way where Beth is in peril and Edge says I quit because of it. But I just feel like knowing this is towards the end of Edge's career and that how many more big matches does he have? Really don't know. But I feel like Edge gets the win here, puts the maybe close to the end. I don't think it'll be the end, but close to the end of the rivalry between him and Judgment Day. In a way, cuts off the head because he beat Finn after he's beaten Priest already. But I could also see it going the way you guys said too, with Edge saying I quit only to save his wife or family of any sort. We'll see. But I do feel like either way, Beth Phoenix is getting involved.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We've seen a little bit of her in Edge's corner in this last match, when not him and Ray's match, but recently the Damian Priest match, in Toronto. You've seen Beth get a little bit involved after the match. So you definitely see her playing out somehow in there. All right. We're going to kick that out of there. So that's pretty much it for what they have right now on Extreme Rules, as far as I know. Just 6 matches. 6 really good matches, for that matter.
Which means they're going to add a throwaway match.
They might. So apparently, Tuesday, October 18th, there's going to be a Vince McMahon 9 Lives documentary on Vice. And then also you got NXT and Dynamite head-to-head that night. Yeah, that could be interesting.
Oh my God, yeah. I've been watching the new one that The Rock did with the Days of the Territory.
Yeah.
Did you watch that on Vice? I was like, wow, I never knew how Memphis wrestling was so dangerous.
It can be. Trying to make sure that they're good at adding things in the middle of our shows too that I don't catch, so I'm just double checking.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, make sure it's not a Braun Strowman match.
You know, I'm kind of surprised they don't have a Braun Strowman match on there, but
give it time. They're gonna have him and Otis fight for the 5th time.
You want to know what match that's
I could see
not
maybe
on it should be?
What?
The Miz versus Dexter Lumis in a cuddle match.
First one to the pillow wins.
Pillow fight.
Wow.
Yeah, you hit me. Yeah, stop. You know. I can still feel like crap, but I can still make a joke. Oh man. I apologize about the coughing. It's just my sinus has been off for like 3 days straight. Oh.
So even if they don't, yeah, because I'm not seeing anything, add any more matches, those are 6 interesting matches. But what the changes WWE's made over the last day as well, starting with tonight's SmackDown season premiere. They've made changes on the commentaries for each brand, as we now have Michael Cole and Wade Barrett will be calling SmackDown every Friday night until Pat McAfee comes back, at least.
Oh, I actually watch it then.
Yeah.
And still have Megan and Kayla backstage and the same ring announcer. Monday Night Raw will now be Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick on commentary.
Which one is Kevin Patrick again?
He's the English guy that's been doing the
backstage.
I
like him. Okay.
Commentary interviews.
Lisa's
Byron Saxton is actually moving. What's that?
Lisa's not Mike Adamle for American Gladiators.
I know, right? Byron Saxton will be doing backstage interviews along with a returning Kathy Kelly on Monday Night Raw going forward.
Good, right where he belongs.
Yeah. God, I like Byron Saxton, but my God, he was such annoying.
Byron can be at times, yes.
Oh my God.
And then NXT will be Vic Joseph and Booker T.
Can you dig it, sucker?
We're gonna hear the ducky quack quack moment of the night.
Yep, every Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. They got rid of. They got Corey off of SmackDown, and then they also got rid of a. Wow, I just drew a blank. Shame on me. The guy that was
Jeremy something.
No.
What was it? Jeremy? I forgot his last name.
No, I just drew a blank, and I shouldn't have. Because the guy was actually really good, I thought.
What I was hearing on social media yesterday that his contract ran out with WWE and that he didn't resign.
From what I heard, actually, seen today, Triple H kind of slipped on on Monday night and let him know that he was going to be released before he actually got released. So.
Oh man! And I heard that they released Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah, I did see that today. Man, Nigel's gone from WWE. I don't know that they released him or he just left. Jimmy Smith. That's the name I was looking for.
Oh, no idea who that is.
Desmond, wasn't he in Impact? Desmond Wolf?
Yeah, Nigel McGuinness was.
Desmond
Wolf in Impact. He was doing, for WWE, he'd been doing the NXT UK commentary. He did NXT for a brief while, and he was doing the 205 Live / NXT Level Up shows.
But thank God that 205 not on anymore.
Nope. They replaced it with NXT Level Up. Not that anybody watches that either, because it's only on the network. But
hey, I didn't even know that was a show.
Yep. So that's the main things that they've changed in WWE this week. Banger. Yes, that'll be a banger for the Intercontinental title. I suppose we can mention the other brand, the other company here real quick, because there's quite a bit of news coming out of there this week. Or the last several weeks. Really. Another backstage fight, yes. It's Sammy Guevara and Andrade that all started on social media. Apparently, what I was reading today, Andrade actually threw fists and Sammy wouldn't fight back. And that's why Andrade got sent home and Sammy got to be in the main event of Dynamite still.
That is some BS.
That's what reports are saying now. So I felt like, to me, Sammy kind of started it all on social media. So Sammy should have gotten reprimanded too. But
they're just playing favorites. They're just playing favorites because Sammy's got the hotter girl.
Time Mello. Sorry.
Mello.
I mean, hell, I want my Anna J, but she's with a Jungle Boy.
Wow.
My backup is still in NXT, so AKA Nikita Lyons.
I was gonna say it's gotta be Nikita.
How'd you?
I just have the feeling.
Hey, no offense.
For a while, so.
No offense, I'm a big GG.
All right. Go away.
Yeah. I heard about that Sammy Guevara thing. I'm like, come on. I know he's a young one, but he starts a lot of things. Like, look what he did with Eddie Kingston.
Right?
And Eddie, and Eddie's from my hometown. Do you think you want to mess with a guy that looks unstable?
Yeah. It's something's got to be done with Sammy, in my opinion. They can't just let him keep skating through without anything.
Well, there was rumors going around that Tony Khan didn't even want him in the organization. That he got talked into by one of the wrestlers because he has done this before.
I hadn't seen that. I'm a big fan of Sammy's in-ring work, but the guy I'm seeing behind the scenes, not so much.
No. His in-ring work is amazing. The guy, what he could do off of a ladder, like do like a diamond cutter, like what he does in ladder matches. The guy is, for his size, he's one of the best right now in the business. If WWE will push Ricochet, I think him and Ricochet could be the top two guys of the companies.
Right.
Yeah. So, speaking of Extreme Rules and Philadelphia and ECW and all that fun stuff, so last, I don't know if I told you this, but last year, when Eddie and I were at work, Tommy Dreamer came in and got a sandwich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I got a picture of him and his wife Bueller.
Nice.
Yeah, John's like, how do you get a picture of Tommy Dreamer? I said, well, I know how he looks. I've been watching ECW for a while.
I mean, you left me on the grill and you went and got a picture. How rude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How long have you known me, my brother?
Well, at that point, not that long.
I know. I'm surprised. I'm not being your friend, but hey, it's all love, my brother. You know that.
Right.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I know this is just a topic. I was wondering, what is your favorite Extreme Rules moment?
Ooh.
Because there's been a lot of great Extreme Rules matches.
There has been. I mean, last year we only seen one Extreme Rules match, and that was the only stipulation to it, but I would not mention that one. It was really good until the ending. Put it that way.
Was that the one where Bray Wyatt and Braun actually had a match in the swamp?
That was a couple of years ago. Last year was Finn Balor and Roman Reigns, where the demon Finn Balor.
Yeah. The one I didn't like was the one
that was so dumb.
Right?
Oh, let's not talk about the zombies. The zombie match in WWE. That one was so... I'm like, oh my God, it's zombies in WWE. Wow, you suck.
Yeah.
I felt like when I was watching the zombie one, I remember when ECW premiered on Sci-Fi, they actually had a guy just moaning, and they call him the zombie. Wow, what a great thing, Vince.
Yeah, I remember he was one episode, I think, one appearance.
One episode, maybe? Yeah. And they had that guy that used to dance with DX. He had a match on. He had a match on WWE. Forgot what his name, but he always used to have baby oil and Sam and him across the head with a kendo stick. No, it's not Val. It was the guy when DX came back.
Oh, that was Big Dick Johnson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this Monday, the 25th anniversary of D-Generation X.
Yes, indeed, on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. You also get the Bloodline on Raw.
Yep, and this time they can't scissor me, baby. Because it sucks that Billy Gunn's not going to be there.
They'll still get it in all their shtick.
I know they're going to bring him up. Then now he's scissoring people.
Right.
You know.
So my favorite Extreme Rules match, gotta go back to Extreme Rules 2012, the Chicago Street Fight between Punk and Jericho.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
the same show they had Brock and Cena in the main event in the Extreme Rules match.
Yeah.
Where Brock just about dominated Cena throughout the entire. Seth and Randy had a really good steel cage match. You know, it wasn't really an Extreme Rules stipulation to it. But one of my favorite matches from Extreme Rules over the years, the premium live event or pay-per-view, was actually the Fatal 5-Way that happened in 2017. Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins. The winner went on to face Brock at Great Balls of Fire. Roman winning, of course. That was just a very great 5-way match, in my opinion. I know that was.
I'm sorry. That's the worst pay-per-view name for a pay-per-view. Great Balls of Fire. Jesus, man.
I agree.
You know, that's when you know Vincent McMahon like Jerry Lee Lewis. You know.
Yeah.
You want to know what? At least it wasn't Armageddon. I would say it's time to Armageddon on.
I know. Oh God.
I miss the Inferno matches.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see another Inferno match.
Probably not.
Because instead they do the Ring of Fire. It was the last 2 times.
Right.
Was it Orton and Bray Wyatt in that match? It was in the Thunderdome.
Who was it with Wyatt?
Yeah, it was. It was in the Thunderdome. It was when Randy Orton set him on fire. I think it was it was TLC, wasn't it?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's originally the Inferno match, I know. They just changed it up. Oh, that's all they're going to show me there. Never mind. Foreign time. Hey, it did tell me. I just didn't leave it there long enough. Bray Wyatt and Kane had their Ring of Fire match. But yeah, I'm sure you're right. Randy and Bray.
Yeah, that's when he went into seclusion. That's when he went into seclusion, and then they had that crappy match at Mania where Alexa Bliss started bleeding black.
Right. Oh, no, it didn't tell me. Oh, yeah.
Really, peeps. Why are you such a camera hog, cat?
It needs its 5 minutes of fame.
5 minutes? Seems like that cat's popping up every time we got you. At least
Wow.
Another.
I'm not going to talk about the early days of WCW when I had the Viagra and the pole match.
Wow. Well, that's not telling me nothing.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. It was TLC. I think it was TLC, and it was in the Thunderdome.
Was it actually a
blocked
Ring of
music,
Fire
man.
match? Randy set Bray on fire.
Yeah, he set him on fire, and they just had
I
that.
don't think it was actually a Ring of Fire match.
But they had fire around, but it wasn't on the ring. It was like on the outside and all that other stuff. It was like the fire was on a pole.
Yeah. It won't show it to me though. Went to TMZ. It's supposed to have the video of it. All right. Oh yeah, I wanted that still there. Yeah. AEW has a conflict manager. Are you sure about that? Issues going on backstage? I mean, Sammy in two different situations, and of course CM Punk with the Elite.
So is there any more things about CM Punk? Is he actually gone from AEW?
From what I heard, nothing will be said yet because they haven't gotten all the legal stuff out of the way. And somebody, one of the four at least, is not being very cooperative with the situation. So nothing will be released about that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, so Lesnar's not returning. Punk's gonna return.
Yeah, no. I'd love for CM Punk to return to WWE at some point in time, but right now, no. Punk's, what I heard, had to have surgery anyways. He's not going to be wrestling until mid next year, probably, no matter what happens with this whole scrum.
I can't wait till Halloween Havoc.
Yeah? What are you looking forward to most for Halloween Havoc?
Nikita Lyons becoming a tag team champion.
Oh, you think that's going to happen? Her and Zoe are going to...
Yeah.
You're slow to pop up there. Now you're going to do that? Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. Carter and I'm not gonna call her by her name. I'm gonna call her by her actual name. Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro are not keeping those titles.
Oh, you don't want to call her Katana Chance?
Yeah, because there's no Katana Chance she's gonna keep the title.
Nice. I'm hoping to see Alba Fire take the women's title from Mandy Rose too, and end that baloney.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see that. What about the match going on with Julius Creed?
Julius Creed and Damon Kemp, where if
Julius
Damon
loses,
wins,
then
then
Brutus is gone. Yep. Julius better win.
In a way, I almost feel like Damon Kemp's going to win that match.
Just so they can use Julius as a single superstar?
Yeah. Because I feel like Brutus he's one, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but yet I do want to say one-dimensional. He's just not
He's
as
the next
athletic
Otis.
as Julius. Yeah, pretty much.
He's Otis, but has potential.
There you go. In a way. But I don't know. I could see that happening, like I said. Because Julius, they want to use him as an actual single star, and I just feel like that's the best way to get to it. So
when's Joe Gacy getting called up?
No idea.
It's got to be
right
soon.
now. Right now, he's just in the middle of whoever this new person is joining the dyad, the schism. Excuse me, the dyad's just a group.
I wish they never changed them to the Grizzly Young Veterans. I actually liked that the way they were before.
I agree.
Wait a minute. The dyad is Grizzly Young Veterans?
Yes. That's Zach Gibson and James Drake, just with new names and new.
Holy crap! I didn't.
You didn't realize that?
No. Damn.
can you not? Just because they got contacts in one eye and
Because they
shake their
suck.
heads.
This new thing of theirs sucks.
I agree.
So I don't pay
Like
attention
Eddie
to
was
them.
saying, they should have stayed as the Grizzled Young Veterans.
I still didn't pay attention to them.
And they gotta change Alba 5 back to a real name.
Kaylee Ray,
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
What the match I'm waiting to see is, I know it's good, the ladder match. NXT puts on some great ladder matches.
That's true.
You know, we're just trying to figure. Do they know who the last person is or no?
So, on TV wise, we won't know until this upcoming Tuesday. It'll either
But
be.
they already know because it's pre-taped.
Yeah, they taped it this last Tuesday. I haven't seen the results, but spoilers, but they did. It'll either be Nathan Frazier or Axiom in that last spot.
I think it's
Is
gonna
it
be
Axiom is it Axiom A Kid?
Yes,
Yeah, it's gonna be Axiom.
probably.
I mean, I love NXT, you know, ladder matches because it's like, man, them guys do not care about their body. You know, they just go all out.
You know Wesley's winning the ladder match.
I was gonna say I feel like Wesley's getting the win there, and
Yeah, he got
Just-
cheated out of the title match. He
Yeah.
barely he got the win by referee stoppage against D'Angelo. I mean, why are you making it so easy for him to get there? It's got to be his match.
right?
Yeah. I mean, the Braun Breaker, you know, whatever.
That's going to be a
M-
great match.
McDougal.
Ilya Dragunov
whatever.
and Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
I don't care what they want to call him. It's still Jordan
Excuse
Devlin.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's up with this JD Madonna?
Yeah, Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him Americanized.
Jordan Devlin sounds more American than JD Madonna. JD Madonna sounds, hey, I'm from
I know.
Canada.
Yeah,
You like maple
I
syrup?
want to see Dragunov win. No offense to, you know,
same.
Steiner. You know, no offense to Steiner, you know, but the guy never lost the title in the first place due to
Right.
injury. You know, but it's NXT call, but I wish NXT actually lets, you know, Braun use his Steiner name.
I think
Supposedly, Braun claimed that he picked to go with Breaker instead of Steiner. He didn't want to have that family.
You
lineage.
watch the table for three, right?
I haven't seen that yet, no. But
Yeah,
that's what
he said the same. He said the same thing on table for three.
But yeah, I kind of agree. He should be Steiner because everybody knows he's Rick's son. So
Wait,
I
he's
mean,
Rick's son? I'm kidding.
I mean, no offense. He doesn't sound like his pops. He sounds like his
he sounds like
uncle.
his uncle. It looks like his uncle.
I know, like what was wrong with that family? You know,
All right.
actually,
always said that.
I was watching the Steiners. Actually, this last night I was watching old WCW when they were being attacked by Sting,
Yeah.
and I was like, my God, Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner looks like Rick Steiner. Scotty is like, my God, what happened to your body? You know, I just feel like, you know, hey, wrestling does good. Hell, Ric Flair wants to come back to wrestling again after he just retired for the 8th time.
Yeah. Right. And he still says he wants to wrestle more.
Yeah, because Ricky Steamboat's coming out of retirement.
Yeah, I seen that him and FTR are going to be in a 6-man tag match.
Yeah, I wonder if the mystery person's going to be Ric Flair.
Probably.
You know, like, woo, my heart gave out.
There'll be no Andrade to save him this time, though.
No. Maybe Charlotte run down the aisle.
Maybe.
No.
But yeah, I'm thinking Ilya Dragunov will probably win the NXT title there.
And
Either
then
him or
Braun gets
JD.
called up.
Yep, and that's where I was going. Braun Breaker's getting called to either Raw or SmackDown from there.
Do you think Toxic Attraction is going to be called up with Mandy?
I hope not.
It seems like anything I've seen that Toxic Attraction will be called up minus Mandy. Is what it looks like. Which would be surprising, but
oh, so Busta would approve.
Yes.
Is Halloween Havoc on a Saturday, or is it going to be on a Tuesday this year?
It's on a Saturday.
Okay, because last year was on a Tuesday, I think, right?
Yeah, it was on Tuesday night on NXT, but it's on Tuesday, October 22nd this year, or Saturday.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is it Cora Jade going to be wrestling Roxanne Perez?
Yes, she will.
Yep, that's gonna be a good match.
You know, you have to have Cora win because her boyfriend is the world champ.
And they might have Cora lose because Roxanne needs a revenge since she lost to Cora in the last match. But
so how many matches are on?
Who's Cora Jade with?
Braun Breaker.
What?
You didn't know that, huh?
No.
I'm giving you the scoop. Actually,
you need to get on Instagram, dude.
I have her on Instagram too.
I'm barely on Instagram.
Oh, and did you hear about Julia Hart engaged?
Yep. Her and Shotty Lee Johnson.
Yep. And I don't know how they're going to pay for his wedding when he's never on TV.
Yeah, right.
You know, honey, we gotta get married. We gotta get married at a 7-Eleven.
Reception midnight at Denny's.
I know. I wish, you know, and I want to get you guys' opinion. I feel like, you know, I love NXT. I love AEW, but AEW, man, they're gonna start using the guys that they had before because I feel like it's turning into, hey, we got all these guys from WWE. Let's not use our regulars.
Yep, I'd agree. I hate to put it this way, but the only two guys that they're using that are kind of AEW made are MJF and Hangman Adam Page right now.
That's it. And, you know, what
a
about...
little bit of Jungle Boy, but not enough.
You know, what about, you know, I mean, come on, Ethan Page is a good wrestler. You know, use him. I mean, he's all in. But, you know, these guys are just sitting in the back doing nothing.
Right. Well, they're MJF's heavy right now. Page.
Oh, my God. He is so over. I watched that match with him and Wheeler Yuta. That was damn good.
It was. I even would say that was the match of the night. No offense to the rest that followed afterwards, but to me, it opened the show, and it was the best match of the show on Dynamite last week.
Yeah, I mean...
Not to take anything away from the main event tag match, but that didn't compare in any way, shape, or form, and neither did any of the other matches on the card.
You know, and they've been dragging along that Jungle Boy Luchasaurus thing forever.
Yeah, with Christian in there. And
yeah.
Maybe we'll get into that with their match coming up in Toronto this upcoming Wednesday.
Yeah. What I'm looking for Toronto is the Daniel Bryan match for the Ring of Honor title.
You think Bryan Danielson will win the Ring of Honor title, or do you think Jericho's going to pull it out somehow?
Well, we know Daniel Garcia is going to turn on him because the way he looked, the way Jericho looked after the match, that he felt sorry that he had to beat his guy. I feel like this is all a plot with the Jericho Society to trick Brian Danielson. I keep calling him that every time. I don't know why, but it's a force of habit. I still think that this is a plan to get to the AEW World title.
I could see that. Jericho's that smart, so.
Oh yeah.
Since when?
Since when?
I mean, he's the he's the Ocho, you
He
know,
is,
or the Wizard or the Painmaker. I mean, this guy has so many names. I lost count.
right? That is true.
But for a guy that looked like he was on his deathbed a couple of months ago, I mean, he's doing his best wrestling. But how many times? What is Jericho like in his 50s now, or?
Yeah, I think so. He's
Um,
got to be close to 50, if not in his 50s.
yeah.
Not bad for a guy from WCW.
Yeah, I know, right? Not too many of those guys around anymore.
Well, you got Sting, and I think you got. Yeah, I think it's just Jericho and Sting that are still active wrestlers.
Okay. I was going to say,
So,
fully active, yes.
Yeah,
so I
fully
mean,
active.
Eddie and I talked about this at work. I want to say it was last week.
Jericho's
How'd
50.
you feel about the return of the Great Muta?
That was something unusual and fun to watch. I heard Sting's going to be part of Muta's last match now after that, so
Makes
you can
sense.
tell Muta's up there in age though, just from the way he was moving.
Oh my God. Yeah. Muda was a surprise to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know he was still wrestling. You
Right,
know, but I know this is his last run, and what a better way to go out of your career is to fight the guy that you had most of your matches in NWA and WCW.
right,
You got to go with the guy you feel more comfortable with, because I mean, Sting been around for a long time. I mean, I'm surprised he's still at his age diving off
balconies.
the ring onto tables. I'm like, dude, did you just have neck problem after the Seth Rollins match? I mean, what the
Right,
hell are you doing?
right.
All right, speaking of neck problems, how long before Paige is injured again? And I'm not going to call her Saraya because she's Paige.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, but Saraya has been cleared by Dr. Amin, the doctor for AEW, former WWE doctor at one point. So we'll see how things go. I'll enjoy seeing her for however long we get to see her.
Isn't that the doctor that CM Punk sued?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be. That's gonna be. I like Paige. I love her to death. It just you got to find the right person to wrestle with her. You can't have somebody she don't feel comfortable with. And I think what she's doing with Dr. Brett Baker, I think she could be safe.
Yeah.
Coming back from the same injury as Stone Cold Steve Austin and Edge, it's remarkable. It's remarkable that you see that. But you want to make sure. She did an interview sometime on a podcast and saying she has been working with Edge to teach her how to do movement to make sure she don't injure herself. But you can look at the difference 11 years ago when Edge retired, and look at Edge now. He has slowed down a lot, from his high space. I don't want to see that she gets injured and then we don't have her in the ring. She's a great competitor, but you just gotta have her safe.
Right. And even though she's not who some people might have wanted to see come back, Saraya could still be a huge difference maker for the women's division in AEW.
Yeah, because they need help right now.
Yes. Well, to me, and we've had this discussion before, John, AEW's women's division is pretty much their worst division that they've ever had, in my opinion. They've never treated that division properly.
It's like rebuilding WWE, but from the beginning.
Right.
Well, right now the person that right now, the person that was controlling the division, he's suspended right now, so he can't work with the ladies.
Kenny, yeah.
Kenny Omega. I'm like, well, that's not good.
Right? But they've had the right. I feel like they've had the talent there for the women's division. Tony just doesn't know how to properly use them or push them the right way, in my opinion. For one thing, I never have and still don't agree with Jade Cargill's undefeated streak in
That
TBS.
was so stupid. Athena should have won that.
I agree.
My bad. Oh, crap. It's been so long. What was her name again?
You forgot her name in WWE. Shame on you.
Ember Moon.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
I know.
You're
The
about that
youngest
close to
one
me
has
telling
the
you.
worst memory.
Don't they have Willow Nightingale facing her next week?
Yeah, no, tonight on Clash at the. I was gonna say Clash
Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts.
I would have said Clash of the Champions, my too. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm so used to that being the name of it in WCW and.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony. WWE just added a match.
Did they?
Yeah. It's a slap off between Will Smith and Chris Rock.
That would be highly funny.
Winner gets Jada to smack him in the face.
All right. Sounds like they're doing the same set for SmackDown tonight, so there won't be no new set. We'll see if there's any other changes though for the no new stage, supposedly.
I bet you it'll be a Braun Strowman Otis match.
I don't know. I was gonna say earlier, if Braun Strowman ends up in a match on Extreme Rules, I could see him possibly doing it on the kickoff show and having 6-man tag Braun, Johnny, and maybe KO versus the Alpha Academy and Austin Theory.
Oh, I could see that,
yeah. Is it Austin Theory supposed to face Johnny on Raw this Monday?
What's that?
Is it supposed to be Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory on Monday?
Yeah, it is.
Back to the whole SmackDown commentary change.
Yeah.
Please tell me, because it'd be funny as hell, if Wade Barrett will do the Shinsuke dance.
You'll have to watch and see.
See, I'm going to miss that without Pat McAfee being there. I feel the replacement should have to do it. And seeing Wade Barrett of all people.
Pat will be back on the commentary team after his college game day stuff.
When does all the college game day stuff end? January?
Yeah.
Oh, what's in January?
Oh, the Royal Rumble.
The Rumble.
Oh, what a way to bring him back.
Oh, speaking of the commentary changes on premium live events going forward, it'll just be Michael Cole and Corey Graves calling the action.
I like that.
Even better. He's not needed for that pay-per-view. Bring him back as an entrant.
Surprise entrant, Pat McAfee.
Hey, I would want Michael Cole to do the Shinsuke dance.
He won't.
That would be funny.
I mean, hell.
He'll just scream off the top of his lungs when Liv Morgan catches in and gets the title. Liv did it! Liv did it!
He jumped up like he had ants in his pants.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen him act that way, ever.
I've been to a lot of live events in New York when I went to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, he is like a statue. And it's like, geez, do something.
Yeah, I'll admit this much. Ever since yes, he's still undefeated at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Ever since Triple H took over, you've gotten a lot more personality, in my opinion, from Michael Cole on commentary.
Oh my God, yes. I love
I
the
think
stuff
that's
he
the
does
best thing for the
with
company.
Bailey. I love the
Oh, yeah, I
stuff he
forgot
does with
AJ and
Bailey.
Roman.
That Bailey just, I love when Bailey yells at him. "Hey, you like that, Michael?"
Right?
Ding
You
dong.
know?
Hello. That'd be fun.
You know, you guys were talking about the Miz and Dexter Lumis. I'm surprised that's not a match at Extreme Rules.
Right?
Yeah, when do we get in the cuddle stipulation?
I know. I'm surprised it's not. It's Ciampa.
Ciampa's disappeared over the last couple weeks too, for that matter. And Miz did mention
Yeah.
that on Raw Monday night.
He got Dexter.
You know who I
Probably.
will love? You know who I would love to be back? Him and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
It'd be cool for a
DIY.
DIY reunion.
Yeah. To go after
Um,
the bloodline.
I don't think we'll see anything between Miz and Dexter though on Extreme Rules because there is a segment on Raw Monday night featuring those two already. Miz's birthday party. So Maurice.
Oh, you know Dexter's gonna be there.
Yeah. That's what I said. Miz and Dexter are already on Raw.
He's gonna pop out of a cake somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Cake
You
or
know?
present.
He's gonna be in the present like they did with the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Right?
I think me and John talk some more about wrestling at work than anybody else does. They just look at us like, "What are you talking about?" You know. You know, we talk about Liv Morgan, his bestie.
How you doing?
You know, I like Liv so much. It's just her character is always like, yeah, you won the championship. You're not to tell people how much you feel like you're gonna lose it again.
Right?
I don't care how she wrestles. She's hot.
Oh yeah, I remember when. What was that? Was it SummerSlam that she wore them pants that had the zipper going from the front to the back?
Yes. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I said to my wife Trina, I said, "Oh, I think John will love that." You know.
Huh.
Good times.
Oh yeah.
No,
Since we
yeah,
are
it is.
speaking of wrestling, there is another show happening tonight besides SmackDown and AEW's Rampage and Battle of the Belts 4, which are all live, by the way. You also have Impact Wrestling's live Bound for Glory tonight as well.
Oh.
On a
Okay.
Friday?
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah, they got their pre-show on right now, and the main show starts at 8.
Who's on the pre-show right now? Any matches?
The former Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, is defending the. Let's see, I gotta find it again.
The
Digital Media
Championship. Yeah, that's a stupid name for a championship.
He's defending it in an open challenge, and I seen something on Twitter as I was just scrolling through that some former WWE wrestler answered the challenge, but I haven't seen who exactly yet.
Is it
Got an
Bobby
Impact
Fish?
page. But supposedly,
Is it
I'd
Bobby
also
Fish?
see... Oh, I'll let you know in a second when it pops up. It wouldn't be surprising. I mean, he is over an Impact now, apparently. But
Who?
Yeah.
Bobby Fish. You know, the lesser known member of the Undisputed Era.
I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about people with actual talent.
Oh,
Hey, you know, there's out of all four of them, I'm including little Roddy Strong in this. Out of all four members of the Undisputed Era, there's only one person I actually care about, and that's Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, where is Kyle O'Reilly and Adam
he's out
Cole?
injured.
Are they?
They're both out injured.
Man. And I've been hearing rumors that Cole and Baker broke up.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that.
Where do I sign my
That
application in?
she actually cheated on him.
With who?
They don't know. It was a fellow wrestler, and well,
It was
yeah,
Jericho. Let's be realistic here.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, she didn't want none of them babies. Hey, Benny, chance, can you run down the card for tonight's Impact?
Yeah, I mean, one moment.
I mean, I don't care about the damn. I don't care about the damn thing. I just want to know who's wrestling.
So Brian Myers is challenger, Dirty Dango, aka Fandango, Bondango, if you will.
I thought he retired.
Apparently not.
He got tired of working at McDonald's.
I'm going to refer to him as his NXT, like the Tough Enough name.
Johnny Curtis?
Yes.
I remember that.
I think it's funny. That season he was on also had Connor from the Ascension on it.
Oh, yeah. They did, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, we just lost a Tough Enough winner. What's her name?
Yep,
she's married. She was married to Wesley Blake.
Where's he at?
I don't know. I know when he got fired. I think he's working the independents.
I think so too. Let's see.
I felt really stupid. So Jackson Riker, I was like, this guy looks really familiar. I've seen him. I think I've seen him wrestle before. And then after a while, I mean, oh my God, it's Gunther. It's Gunner from Impact.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first.
Shame on you.
Sorry.
So I'm got it to load here. There we go. Bound for Glory. Once it finishes loading, so I can see every picture. Or are they
I bet
just
you
going to show
Moose
me
is on the
videos?
card.
Moose. Are they just showing videos? What? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the card consists of, going from bottom to top, the Hall of Fame. They've got their own Hall of Fame that they do every year at Bound for Glory.
Mm-hmm.
The Hall of Famer this year is, quote, nobody going to finish the sentence? Quote, the Raven Nevermore. Raven.
At least he gets into a Hall of Fame.
I thought it was someone important.
He ain't getting into WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know if you like
Why not Raven?
Hey,
so
the first match, if he gets into WWE, he might go in as Johnny Polo.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
I mean, hell, he was the one that brought the tag team championships to the Quebecers.
All right, let's hear this card, Tony.
Yeah.
So we've got a 20-person, not 20 man, not 20 woman, 20-person call your shot gauntlet match, where the winner will get to choose whatever champion they want to face somewhere down the line. They've got 5 mystery people in there, but they got PCO.
Nah.
If you guys don't know who that is, he's used to be
one of the Quebecers.
Yep. Jean-Pierre Lafitte as well at one point in time.
Yeah. Oh, what a great character as a pirate.
Right. You got Rich Swann, Giselle Shaw, Heath Slater, Bhupinder.
You got kids.
Yep. Bhupinder Jugar, Bobby Fish.
Who was that last one?
Bhupinder Jugar. Something like that. I don't watch Impact Wrestling, so I couldn't tell you that well.
Yeah.
Moose, Steve Macklin. If you don't know, Steve Macklin and Wesley Blake were partners in WWE.
Oh, okay.
Sammy Callahan, Killer Kelly, Tasha Steeles, Savannah Evans, EY, Eric Young, and Joe Hendry, and then 5 extra spots that are open.
Anybody hear James Ellsworth coming back for that?
Oh, he's one of the mystery spots.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
bet you he is. and ODB.
And then, yeah, the ODB could be in there.
Yeah.
Be interesting to have guys versus girls at points during that match, I'm sure. But the next match, they got Mia Yim versus Mickie James. The stipulation to this is Mickie has announced that her next loss will be the end of her career. Like Ric
It's
Flair
not
did
going to be to
years back.
Mia.
Yeah, I doubt it'll be to Mia.
Speaking of Mickie James, when she was in the Rumble this past year,
yeah,
I'm glad they let her use the hardcore country song for the entrance.
I did too.
I was glad too. The women's tag team titles on the line, as they got as they call them, Death Dolls, Taya Valkyrie and Jessica with Rosemary in the corner. Going up against the champions VXT, which is just Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo.
Hi, I know those two.
Hey, imagine that.
No.
I would think you'd know Taya Valkyrie too, maybe a little.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the obvious one.
And Rosemary.
You mean Frankie Monet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And everybody knows her husband, Johnny Drip Drip.
Johnny, whatever he chooses his last name is.
Yeah, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, Johnny
Impact.
Yeah, Johnny Impact, Johnny Dynamite.
Yep.
Oh my God, he has so many names. I wonder how his business card looks.
Right.
John whatever.
Yeah, I know.
And then we got Frankie Kazarian popping over from AEW to face Speedball Mike Bailey for the X Division Championship.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Woo!
The Kingdom, or the OGK. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett with Maria in their corner for the Impact Tag Team titles.
That'd be a good match, too.
Masha Slimovich versus Jordan Grace for the Knockouts title.
Who?
Jordan Grace.
Oh, I know who Jordan Grace, but who's the other woman?
No one.
Yeah, I have no clue who Masha is either, really.
Yeah.
The loser of the match, that's who it is.
Probably. And then the main event, diehard Eddie Edwards, one-on-one with Josh Alexander for the Impact World title.
Why?
Well, Eddie Edwards did pin Josh Alexander recently on their last pay-per-view, I think it was, in a 10-man tag or something like that. So, or maybe it was an Impact.
I mean, he should have. I'm sorry. Edwards is the better wrestler.
It was the first time in like a couple years that Alexander had been pinned too. So,
well,
just stating. Him and his wife have been having some issues backstage on Impact too. So,
I recognize a few of those names from when I watched Impact.
Actually, I got DirecTV streaming. I actually could watch Impact, and I just don't anymore. I'm like, it's the same old boo boo. Yeah.
See, like
I don't get the channel in time, so
the 2000s and the early 2010s was like the Impact era. Now it's just like, sure, we'll take you. You can lose to this star. Oh, you want to leave the company? You look like star potential. You can beat them.
Right.
In my opinion, they should have never got rid of AJ Styles.
That was their downfall, in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't very phenomenal.
But look who was running the company at the time. Let me tell you something, brother. I know 85 years old that can still do it.
Yeah. No.
Wait. When Styles left, wasn't Dixie in charge?
Hogan still had a year left on his contract.
I know, but I thought Styles left when pardon Aldis's name, but when Magnus was champion, because they had that whole match to unify the title that Styles left with and Magnus's new title.
Yeah, no, they had it, but Dixie was the owner, but Hogan still had stock in it for another year.
Something like that.
I just can't believe that they're doing their pay-per-view on a Friday, which is odd.
That's the way they've been doing them for some reason.
Competing with SmackDown and Rampage.
Yeah. But the problem is they're a one-town. They're not like WWE or AEW that goes around. They stick around Nashville, and they don't really have that big global following like all the other promotions do.
Well, Bound for Glory is in Albany, New York, so.
Okay, yeah, they're not going to get anybody there. I mean, come on, people in Albany, the only thing they worry about is their cup of coffee.
I will say this much: I do know one guy. I watch backyard wrestling or YouTube wrestling because it's not always just in the backyard. There's one guy that I watch on there that is wrestling in Impact Wrestling now, so I'll say that much for him. Jason Hatch.
Oh, okay.
He's a newer guy in there, but he won their gut check challenge this year.
Maybe he's one of the mystery entrants.
He was in a backstage segment on Impact last night and was supposed to be going in to get that last spot, and Joe Hendry beat him to it. So probably not. But we'll see. You never know.
Man, I know two of the entries in that, that wonderful 20 person. How about the former Iconics?
Oh my! Actually, one of them could be in there because one could be in there, but one's actually is having a baby.
The less annoying one is having the baby.
Yeah, her and
but we can put Billy Kay in there so they can knock some sense of annoyingness out.
Well, Brian Myers beat Dirty Dango. Go figure.
Fandango couldn't even win. Dirty Dango couldn't even win against a YouTuber.
Hey, hold up. He did beat Jericho at Mania.
That's what he did. Yes, I remember that.
In his debut match at that.
Exactly, because they finally pronounced his name right.
That was funny as hell.
He also got eliminated by a midget in a Royal Rumble match.
True.
Was it? Oh my God, I remember that. Jesus.
Hornswoggle.
I mean, at least he left as a champion. Winning the NXT title with Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Tag team titles, yeah.
There's
actually Tyler Breeze is back. Yeah, Tyler Breeze. I was watching him today. He's back on with Xavier Woods on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yep. So yeah, I kind of like that. I know a guy that's in Impact Wrestling, and I know a guy that's in AEW. So
actually, the booker for Impact Wrestling is actually Tommy Dreamer.
So, who do you think from WWE that went to AEW, who got the worst name change?
That's tough to say because a lot of them, if they had a name change, went to their actual names.
Well, I feel bad for this person then if this is their actual name.
Well,
not all,
Heath Slater,
Miro, I would say. Probably. I'd like Rusev better.
The one I liked was Malachi Black. Anything what he does is, well, now he's not wrestling because he's out of AEW, but, I think he did good. I didn't know that Amber Moon was Athena. I'm like, who the hell is this? You know.
I say Cesaro had the worst name change.
That's his actual name, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I can't believe his parents did that
It's
to
the
him.
name that he went by in ROH before he went to WWE.
I understand why it was changed. It makes sense.
Actually, I thought when they introduced him, they said Claudio Cannoli. I was like, oh, okay.
It's like Big Show went back to Paul White, and Brian Danielson is because it's actually Brian Danielson.
Did you guys watch this week on Dark Evolution or whatever they call it?
Elevation.
Yeah, did you guys hear? Paul White has been talking about, like, for a couple of months now, he's been talking about Captain Insano.
I've seen something about that.
He's been
Casano.
Yeah, he's been talking about it, and Tony Khan is having an idea that he comes back as that character.
Oh God, no, come on. That's so stupid.
It would be nice if he comes back and Adam Sandler's his manager.
You're gonna find a bigger guy to come back as the revolting blob too?
I know. Hey, we could always have Captain Insano going up against the Shockmaster.
Oh Lord.
And we could create the thing what he did in WCW fell through the wall.
He'll never live that one down.
One of the best blunders ever.
I looked at it. I watched that because, I could watch old Saturday night. I'm still trying to figure out, why would you put a board if the guy was coming through the wall? Why would you put a board on the bottom so he trips over it? And
right?
Like, God damn it.
They set him up for failure.
What's wrong with you guys?
It was for dramatic effect.
Oh my God. Actually, Arn Anderson said it was I can never say his tag team partner, not Telly, it's the other one. I always call him Oily, but it's not right.
Oily?
Yeah.
Oily
He's the one that was doing the voiceover and started laughing.
Nice. All right. Well, we're cutting time down here. So any last questions or comments about wrestling as we get, as it's going to start playing without me even telling it to again?
Well, I feel
we
like
get to the closing
wrestling
moments.
right. Okay, so I feel like wrestling right now is really shining in both WWE. It's slowly getting back to be watchable again. And AEW with some of the matches that they had this past week, they always put on a good show, and I feel like going down the road, it's going to even be better and all that. And I can't wait for Extreme Rules tomorrow, and then, see Logan Paul get his ass kicked. So
that's not till next month that Logan Paul piece of them, but
yeah. But you know what? I feel like wrestling's going back to the right direction. It's just, it just needs to just stay, not go to course and try to get new champions that are not, WWE guys.
It'll be interesting to see when. Go ahead, John.
I just got a notification. Reigns comes face to face with Logan Paul tonight on SmackDown.
Yep. First time ever on SmackDown, anyway.
Yeah.
Other than the press conference.
But
Lead
now,
up to their
since
match in the month.
we're into the Triple H era of WWE, everything's going really creative. They're bringing back people that should have never left. This, for the long time, actually feels like real wrestling, like it used to be, like during the ruthless
Attitude Era?
Era. Yeah, ruthless aggression, attitude era, whatever you want to call it. For the first time in a while, it feels like actual wrestling, and this is where it needs to be right now.
I agree. I'm looking forward to the season premieres of both SmackDown tonight and then all the rest of the AEW programming tonight, as well as the season premiere of Raw on Monday night. Looks like it's going to be a big show with DX and the Bloodline and everything going on there as well. Extreme Rules. We're expecting the White Bunny to debut, return, whatever you want to call it.
White Rabbit.
That too.
Not Bad Bunny.
White Rabbit. Sorry. Yes. I got Bad Bunny on the brain for some reason. The White Rabbit.
It's not the Booker T though, so
you're right there.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
I can't wait to see the entrance of the White Rabbit. That they have white rabbits running around the aisle. You know.
Hey, it could happen. I mean, you see all those everything that pops out of Riddle's flip flops nowadays. So.
Oh my God. That's a match I cannot wait to see.
Same. That fight pit should be really good.
Because the last one Riddle did was it against God, he's not with the company anymore.
Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, that one, man, he knocked out Thrasher's teeth.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Oh my God.
Tim still won. So
yeah, I know, but it's like, man, that's gonna be good. I mean, hell, every time I watch that fight match, I was like, man, it reminds me of Shamrock and Owen Hart.
Oh, the Lions Den match. Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually at that event. I think it was in Madison Square Garden. I was actually at that event.
Nice. All right. Well, this is the part where I'm going to close us out as we got just under 2 minutes until SmackDown starts. So thank you guys for coming on the show. Any last comments or anything you want to plug? This would be the point to do it. Otherwise, I just mentioned the next prediction show will probably be for Crown Jewel here at the end of this month / early next month. So
what? No Halloween Havoc?
Maybe. We'll see.
I gotta talk about
we kind of just gave our predictions for most of that here, so
Nikita,
we could just be
champion. Let's go.
We could just be confused. Be like, wait, we talked about
that, right? So maybe in 2 weeks, we'll see it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why I'm like this. I thought to piss you off. Something in my psychosis finds it a little hard. I always got good intentions. You tell me I saved your life, but I'm craving your attention. And you know that I got two sides. I'll be the villain tonight. I kinda like when you despise me. To be right, I'm much better when I'm all you and tell you I know that you get jealous, so I'll play the fantasy. I know it gives you hell when everyone looks at me.